Hey guys, how y'all doing today? So today we are going to be doing acrylic pours. Woohoo! So we are based at our last item, guys, and I don't know why my screen is blurry. Oh, Bob, can you check my stream, or if it's just my? I think it just went to focus. Sorry about this, guy. I'm using my webcam, so probably
a little bit blurry.
Is there anything I could do to fix that on my end?
Actually, it's focusing.
Please. My sections. Move the camera. Don't have anything in the camera with. Sorry, guys. This is gonna be fun. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on the AFK just for a sec, so you don't get to see all of this. Hey guys, sorry about that. Just had to, clean the camera. So yes, so today we are doing, hey, how are you doing? Sending tons of hugs. Thank you so much. Forgive me, the font in my room is like super small. And the monitor is like way over there. So if it takes me a second, I do apologize. So today we are doing technically 2 pours on 4 items. We're going to be doing the same thing we did with our last pour with the inside. That actually turned out really, really pretty. I want to show you guys. Sorry, that might be a little bit loud for you. So these are how our last pours turned out. That's it for you. That is the inside of our last pour. Little pretty. I do like this style better. Then I had these. These were still super cute. These were my very first bowls that I made. This one's actually about a year to almost a year and a half, maybe 2 years old. And they've been outside this whole time. Since not this Mother's Day, but the Mother's Day before that is when this was made. And this has been outside. It has been watered, had water in it, and it's still pretty durable. I'm actually just took it back from my mom-in-law's, my mom, we'll just call her my mom, so that I could do some little edits and clean it up a little. But so that is how the first ones looked. And so that's what we're going to be doing with these. We have 2 sets of the plates and the bowls. So today we're going to be pouring the acrylic paints into the cup and then using the cup onto the back of our oops, that I had you perfectly onto the back of our plate. And of course, going to be running onto the chips because I have a thing with these chips. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. They're supposed to be pendant. Who knows? So that is basically the rundown of everything that we are going to be doing today. So we have 2 sets. You're going to need popsicle sticks or anything to stir with. Handy wipes, baby wipes, anything like that. I use them because I like to reuse them afterwards, because they turn into some really pretty covers later on, and I'll be doing a video on that. But just like I said, everyday wipes. That is also so that you're not putting the acrylic paints or any of the other items into the sink, because that is very dangerous for our environment, as we all know. That is also why we reuse the plastic bags with cardboard. Plus, it's just an easy pick up and go. No mess, no huss. Nothing like that. We have these 2-ounce sauce containers, salsa containers, as a lot of people like to call it. We are going to be doing our first full in King's Gold, orange, and red. And these were viewer picked colors. You like the mic by you? Thanks. Should I bring the mic closer? Please let me know if I need to try to do that. We'll definitely get into that one. The second pour is going to be the red, black, and the closest thing to silver I had is this color of the gray. Barely see it. It almost gives off a blue tint. That is what we had. We are going to be doing 1 tablespoon of the paint to 2 tablespoons of the flood. I'm finding that the skins are having indentations, so I might need to redo the recipe later on to have 3-to-1 instead of the 2-to-1 as I'm doing right now. Of course, you always want to shake everything up, rocking and rolling. The black and this gold is the first time being used. I've had them in my stash. I have this like thing with stashing things until you absolutely have to have them. And it is always smart to shake your paint beforehand to make sure that all of it is combined, because it does like to settle. What? Oh no, sorry guys, this my husband just told me this has the same sound as our cat puking, so I do apologize for the sound. Can't put music on because I get in trouble. So you get to hear my lovely voice. So give me while I take a sip of coffee. Because if any of you guys are on my Twitter, you will know that I had a pen attack right before pushing this about a half hour ago. Don't ask me why, but I did. Okay, so the cat is on this side, so let's go ahead and see if I can pour it on this side to give you guys a little bit more viewable. And always clean off your tips because you will get stuff like that. You do not want that in any of your paint. Still getting this camera thing down, guys. Still getting the camera thing. So this is, you can buy it at any of your hardware stores, on Amazon, all of those places. You do want to make sure that the florid or the flood filtrol, if we're actually letting me say it correctly this time, is for the acrylic painting and not the oil paint. But you can also use Elmer's glue, you can use water. Other companies also have other paint mediums that you can use instead of these. I just like the Floodle because it was easy to get to. We can grab a big old, gallon jug of it and you're set. Depending on the school year time, it's really hard to find the glues. Like, I just want the glue. There's no glue anywhere to be found. This is the King's Gold by Apple Barrel. This is going to be the first time that I use. No, actually, I used the red Apple Barrel before. So I know that one worked really nicely. I don't think I'm going to have to adjust the recipe. Depending on the paint, will always act differently, even with the different colors of the same paint. You might have to add some more water, you might have to add more paint, it all depends. But what you're looking for is a nice honey, like a warm honey consistency when you lift up your stick. That looks more like a yellow mustard. I don't know why. Does not look gold to me, but hey. It says it's gold, it says it's gold. So yeah, as you can see, we do not have the air on today, woohoo, so it's not flying all over the place, but see how that just flows right off the tips? That is what you're looking for. Just a nice consistency. Now I'm really wondering how that's going to react with one more tablespoon of the Floetrol for the next pour. This is from, not the bottle, of course, we all know what the bottle is, but the paint inside of the bottle is an Oops orange. It is from the Lowe's. I have no idea what the color is, other than it is fantastic. Absolutely love this color. And I'm telling you, if I ever had the chance to say, hey, this is the color I want, this is another color I will definitely be trying to get. Because it has a nice brown tone to it, but it still gives that nice orange pop. For me, it's a real kind of a fall Halloween color. As you can see, I'm just reusing my wet cloth. And technically, this was the one that just cleaned my looks like I have ketchup and mustard on me already. Alright, so that is our two, and we're going to go ahead and close up our paints because we all know me. I like to make messes. And none of these colors will be used again until our next stream, where we do the opposite. And then we're going to do a red. This one I really didn't want to do the pink red on, since it had a different color, I guess, than we were planning on using. So I am using the real red that, as you all know, I only use on special occasions. Because it's a real red, not a pink. Out of there. Not. And this one's leaving a lot of paint behind. We'll just have a lot of red on our cover. Alright. Put the red cap back on because we are using this one in for our next set. But like I was mentioning, this is what they actually kind of look out to be. You can kind of smear the wet paint in a little bit more, add more color to it. And this was the orange. So how's your guys' week going? How's your weekend? Can you believe it is Saturday already? Oh, Saturday evening. What are we guys going to do? Monday's going to be upon us, and it's not going to be fun. So I stretched my back there for a second, guys. For this stream, I do not have any of the air on, so it is pretty warm. But my paint will not be flying off the canvas. So, gotta one or the other, guys. One or the other. Alright, so we have our three colors. We have the yellow. The colors that were suggested, since this was a viewer color choice, was a yellow, an orange, and a red. We have what was supposed to be a gold, but that's a yellow, guys. Do you agree? Y'all agree? It's a yellow. We have an orange and our red. So what we're going to do is, just like we did with our last inside of the bowl, we're going to do, instead of using I use these little 3-ounce cups here that are just from the yogurts. So at this time, we're just going to be actually using the and you do want to leave a little bit of the paint inside of your cups here, because we will need just a little bit of the different colors for the end, where we start to actually move this one around. And you'll know what I mean in a fast bit. Now, do remember, you're not worried about a mess on the back side, because the back side we will be doing at the next stream. So give it a day or two for your insides to dry, because you will be using a prop to keep it up. So there we go. A little bit more. Okay. Now we can do two different ways of doing this. We can do a flip cup, or we can do a pour. What do you guys think? Flip or pour? Oh, Bob, you can answer too.
Flip.
Thank you, old Bob. Guys, no, I need help sometimes, you know. So we are doing the back for a flip cup. Oh, and I do have different ways to show you guys how to do the acrylic pours. All of the names and how to do them on my Curiosity page. If you guys would like to find that out, just exclamation mark Facebook, I believe, and those will bring you to both our Paws of Curiosity and Paws of Aries. Okay, so this is why I get so scared. I don't know why. I do, because you never know what's going to happen with these. So in 3, 2, 1, and flip. I am holding on to the bottom because this is a flimsy thing. And then for this, we'll deal with this in a split second. But right now, what we want to do is kind of swirl the inside. It actually does already have a nice textures going on. I actually need to build a smaller table for this. And we're just letting this paint come off by itself. It's just flowing by itself. It's creating some cells. As you can see, it's evening out because of with the flood floor. It actually all automatically pour some of that out. It's a self evening. That's the word I was looking for. Self evening. I really like how that's starting to look, but I don't want to do it too much so that it actually starts to muddy. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a little bit. Might want to do a little bit of a yellow strip on this one. Let that sink into it. All I did was put a very touch of yellow on the thing and then bringing it down. I still think that's a little bit too much paint. Really nice. That is how this one's going to look too. Remember, it will dry a lot different than what you're expecting. Kind of throwing in some of these different colors, just dot here and there. I want the bottom to have some type of a style. So that is our pour number 1. Remember, this is a whole new experiment. I haven't not done this before. What are we doing? Hey, how are you doing today? We are doing acrylic pouring on homemade paper clay. And as you can see, I have a booger there, and I just messed it up. Oh, I touched it. Oh. So yeah, so this is what is called acrylic pouring, and these bowls and the plates are handmade by myself. And yeah, we're doing a whole bunch of experiments and getting very, very dirty. We're doing some real life crafting. I really don't like this there. I love the yellow on the tip though. So I really don't want to lose that. But in order to actually get a good cell combo, we have to, ooh, I did not notice that one fell. Saucer down, saucer down. Sorry. I'm in a weird mood because Titanic attack. So what we're doing is just barely kind of moving things around. You don't want to move in circles because that is how you get the mud that like happened on this side. Make a self-a-teeny pour. I like to have extra paint than not enough, so that when things don't turn out. Do remember, these are the backs. Well, this is the inside, but these will be the backs of the items, so they don't have to be, you know, gorgeous, gorgeous. But you do want something that does look a little. This also does not have any methicone. It has no alcohol or any of the other items that are supposed to help make the cells. Hello. Now I'm just trying to get the edges. This is not going to be as pretty at all as I thought it would be. Gorgeous colors though, but not what I was like I said, now I'm just letting it kind of slide off onto items. More of that orange. I really need to get a display. Just never tilt your thing this much. I'm just really trying to get this red out of here. There. Trying to think what I can do to soften this edge up. I do like this yellow in there. Huh. See, if I had an up-down display, you'll be able to actually see everything that I'm doing. There we go. A little okay. I like it. I think the front side is going to be a lot different. I'm going to use a little bit less paint. And yes, I did just touch the top of that where I wasn't. I need to get a emote that says touch it. That is our first one for the wait, I'm just here just I'm gonna stop touching it. We're gonna pick it up and just set it here and start to see what we can do with our misfit toys over here. We have a lot of orange there, so that's not going to matter too much in that one. Just covering up the edges on the side, kissing the colors. Now what we are going to do, because these did not, remember these are the first time I've ever done these squares too, so it's all a learning experience for me, so please bear with me. I'm just taking a scoopers, trying to get some of these multicolors in as it falls into them, because we're not right. Why not fall into the thing that you're actually trying to fix? Separate colors going in there. And also making sure that all of the edges are also When you're doing it this way, trying to get the edges, you do want to just kiss it. Don't smear, because that is also how you get the mud. I know we're using these colors that kind of really mix with each other, but I kind of do like how it looks. Okay, well, that's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. Oh, son of a Heidi hi. It does not like me today, my fellas. It is mixing the colors around, so I guess that is what, you know, a good thing. This one here definitely. I am going to be building that Lazy Susan I keep saying we're going to make. Because I really do need this. Because I'm like peering over and I'm trying to see all the edges. Oh, you sighed. Yeah, hi. I think it just wants to like be in the big old mud, which actually did turn out really pretty at the time that did happen. Booger. Alright, so this is what happens. You want to make sure that your paint is clean of boogers. That is the one bad thing about reusing something like these finish their conversation, like these bags, is you do get a lot of the leftover boogers, paint boogers from the paints from last time. I know I can go around to any of these other edges, but they're really having a gorgeous um, patterns heading on, and I don't want to ruin it. Because I will be using these as skins. So if you do worry that some of your paint is a little too thick and you don't want some cracking, just go ahead and pick up your pendants and you are able to touch them. Like I said, if you do not like what's going on, change it. This one actually looks really nice. I do like that one. I want to make sure it is on a stable ground. This one, the paint is not sticking to whatsoever, so that's a little annoying. Tilt this way to get all of that orange off. But remember, do not go in circles. When you do this, you want to go kind of slightly back and forth, south, right, you know, all of that, so that when it does fall on to a section, you are not getting all of that wonderful work that you guys have just put into it. I want some of this. I think that is actually all of them for this side. Do you guys see any areas that I might need to poke at? Like that. I don't see any white marks. Oh, I do. See, like this all here is turned to mud. All of this section. Okay. Not too bad, actually. It's not terrible. I think on a regular flat surfaces, this would have been a really gorgeous pour with these colors. Do remember when you're doing the bowls, I'm not sure if you can actually see me do this, but just take your finger or a spatula or something and gently go onto the bottom of your bowl and take off any of those bubbles that are created from the paint dripping, because this will still be moving for give or take 30 minutes depending on the thickness of your paint. Like these will take probably a good 2 days to fully dry. They will be tacky, like the bottom of this will be tacky or take by the end of the night. So yeah, so let me go ahead and see if I can pick these up without dropping them and show you what we've done today for this set, just this set. Remember guys, I think this kind of looks more really nice. Not really nice like the Patriot one, but it still turned out pretty good. Let's see if I can get the guys. This is the bowl. Some really nice flowery colors to them. You definitely see some roses maybe made out of the this style of the colors. So this just for the paint somewhat even. And if you can try to stop some of these error on the they're easy to clean. If you do get them, you just take a box cutter and they come right off. While this is dripping, I'm making sure this everything is even while I set it and move it, because we do not want an uneven area when you start drying this. Because like I said, the paint is still moving. The paint is very wet and fluid. I wish I could keep this, what's happening right there. That is just really pretty. God, this is where I wish I would where I wore gloves so that I can come over and bring over my camera. Now, since I'm trying to use this as a skin, I will need to tilt it and even it out a little bit. So you do want to make sure there's no lines and that it can flow even. First off, let's try to get rid of some of this orange. Like I said, just gently tilt it, collecting all of that excess on the sides. You're also stretching this out so that you're able to use the leftover paint. That is why I like using these plastic bags, because then you can just reuse them and peel them off. If it also helps, you can maybe bring over, trying to make it, and so it's not having these indentations, because they will keep all of these indentations that you find that are happening here. I need to sit for a second so I can even more out. This is where I just feel like using a sandbox, you know, you just like check it, but you can't do that. You can't do that, my fellas. Going back to the center. Try not to lose this. This I don't really mind too much. It does have a lot of the orange. My fingers keep sliding on the yellow paint that is there. Okay. Right now I'm just gonna let this sit. Look too bulgy on the sides or too thin. That's my problem right now. It's parts of the other ones are really too thin to do anything with. So now we're going to start with number 2. Okay, so the first one we did the flip cup. This one here, we are actually going to do a pour. You have everything, so we are set, and we're go. This pour is going to be gray, black, and red. I'm gonna turn some of this off. How's y'all weekend going? Is it hot? Is it cold? You guys getting those weird thunderstorms happening lately? Sorry about that, guys. I had to go run and grab a cat. So we're going to start off all over new. 2 to 1, once again. This is tablespoons, so you're going to do 2 to 1. A lot of people are saying try 3 to 1. We'll definitely be doing get more flat surfaces and be using the dimethicone that creates those wonderful cells, which are basically the outline. No longer need to flat, so that can go over into the corner. Okay, so we're going to do the red first. Black. thank you so much for that. How are you two doing? How was that? That was super funny yesterday with those, oh, see, so new that I haven't even opened it yet. With those, wax pads. Oh my goodness. I would die. Don't you love it when it has a cover and then has a cover? It's like, really? You really don't want me to get into this pink today, do you? And then my fingers are all black. I'm unsure if this page has the loots on it, but if it doesn't, I promise to try to read it out later. When I'm doing the crafting, I don't have all of this set up since I'm like across the room. Wow, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous black. I have one that's called Pigment. Not Pigment. Wow, that was weird. Pavement. I don't know why I said Pigment. It says Pavement. I'm wondering how that is. Every time I think of Pigment, I always think of Creativerse clock. How it has that kind of gray tone to it. Works. Should did the black line. Not too bad though, because we are doing a dark gray after this. Ooh, I look like a mechanic. I am doing an acrylic pours over a paper clay dish and paper clay bowls that I made last season. These are handmade for both of these. So right now we're just doing the wonderful coloring for them. And then these are just everyday poker chips with rocks and stones, just to kind of give us a different something to play with. And these are actually the last of the items that were made with that paper clay recipe from last year. And I do have the recipes up with a whole bunch of other videos on the page so that anybody can do exactly the same. Because that's what I like doing. I love to share. Because now I'm teaching you guys how to do this, showing you how easy it is to do this. And now you can know how it's done and be able to do it yourself better. Because we all know I'm pretty crock-pot at this right now. Going to do gray first, and then we'll go into the black, and then we'll switch to I was really worried about how gray this one was going to be, but I don't think it's going to be too dark for this black. Hey, how are you doing, Bear? How are you doing? Interesting, yeah. It is very fun to do. It's really nice to make. I have about 2 more streams of painting for the rest of the bowls, and then we'll be making a new set of clay and starting a whole new different projects. And I want to try to do a lot more than just bowls and dishes, even though we will be having bowls and dishes. But I also want to try some figurines or something in those aspects. These were just my first sets of clays. So like I was mentioning, what you want to look for in the consistency. So this is 2 tablespoons of the medium to 1 tablespoon of paint. And you just want it to kind of just roll off like warm honey. And that is the consistency if I don't pour it. Usually what you will be doing is pouring your paints into another container and then using that container to pour or dump, or I have all of the information how to do each different ones on my site. But with this one, we are actually going to be using our handmade bowl, the handmade bowl that we made last season that has been sanded and primed. So we're going to be using this as our actual cup, pouring over to the back of our plate. This plate is also out of paper clay. Our front with really nice indentations, and then the back. Okay, so probably black, red, gray is what I want to do. And of course, I'm just dropping it all over the place because I don't know how to do anything non-messy. Okay, and that is already starting to dump. So now that we have our bowl, and then we are not going to be doing a flip cup this time. This time we are actually going to be doing a pour. And we're going to see what type of wonderful creation comes out. I've already tested it, the leveling, and it is completely level. So we are going to have a nice even as you can see, we have a lot of black. We're going to deal with this in a second. As you can see, we have a lot of black in there on the bottom. We're going to just take just a few strips of another colors. And swirl it around. Remember, I cannot see it when I'm trying to point it to you guys in the camera, so I'm pretty short. That black is just taking over. But worst case scenario, what we can do is always dump out a little bit of the paint. And then swirl again. That's what I wanted to do. Come on. That red is not moving. Hate to add, but at this point, that's what I need to do. So we can get some more. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the camera angles correct still for you. Right now I am doing a swirl style in the middle. I think that's going to look actually pretty nifty. That is how this one looks. Do remember they will change. It will change how it looks with the drying, but we will definitely get all of those pictures to you guys. And we will be doing the back, so don't worry about the mess, because the mess is going to be handy. I really don't want to touch this. I mean, I am seriously liking that. Oh man, guys, that is really tasty. Remember to take your spatula or any type of things that you're working with and just tip the sides underneath so that you do not get that wonderful paint pocket that happened. Oh, I definitely want to use this style color again. I'm just tipping the edges. Okay, so here's the scary part. That's yeah, it's different. Everything that I do is pretty much experimental. I'm not trained in this, but it is super fun. We are just going to not moving that much, so that's actually a really good sign, as you didn't make it super thick. I'm not trying to touch the edges. The edges look completely and utterly covered, which is fantastic. Without touching, we're going to let that sit to the side, and we are going to make up the rest of our pour and finish our chips. So that has the most, so let's go ahead and finish off the red. My hands are completely and utterly covered in paint. And do remember, these plastic containers, let them dry. And if you love peeling the wet glue off your hands, you will totally enjoy peeling the glues off of containers. I'm telling you, it is, I have fun with it. Try not to make it so you guys can't see. That is like a full pour, guys. I don't know how we're going to do this. I really don't want to mess up a lot of these that are already done. Really love these colors. Right now I'm just touching the edges. Oops, that wasn't supposed to tip. Oh, that's not what I wanted either. Making sure they're not touching. Lazy Susan is what I need. But okay, guys, so that is our second pour. Do remember we are coming back in about a day or so that we can get the opposite sides. Try just to get all of the big colors broken up. Yep, gently move it around. This is just kind of evening out the paint. Touching up spots that kind of need to be touched. But remember, you're just kissing the sides. You are not doing anything to disturb the paint or anything like that. You are just touching the side, kissing them, kissing the paint to the paint. That way, so it rolls off by itself. Try not to ruin what's actually on the table here, but I really want some of that pink gray to come off of that. That's fine. All right, so guys, there is our second pour. We will have the backs and the front of these in our next stream. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick these up, kind of show you what we're looking at and not ruining our thing. We have our black, gray, and red inside bowl. The outside is going to be so much prettier, I promise. Hey, Reds! Forgive me if I didn't see that for a bit. Yeah, I'm so. This one. Have our dish. This is the back of the dish, but I'm telling you, it is still pretty. We will be getting pictures. Please stay tuned to. You can't even see it. How funny! Oh, I thought it was still there. You can't even see the chips there. That's actually kind of funny. We will have pictures of these while they're still wet and while they're still dry. So please look on my YouTube videos or my Twitter to see any of the updates for how these look. We still got a little bit of gray in here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably just dump it. What happens? It does have different colors in it. Upside down, let that sit. This is our first pour. Trying to get into the focus. So that is the back of the dish, the inside of the bowl, and our wonderful orange and red, yellow caps. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and pick these up. So we have the inside of the bowl, and I have the little swirl. We've got things falling, the chips. Sorry you guys can't see it too much, but I promise the pictures will be better. And we have the bottom of the plate. Forgot to do something over, and of course I can't. Okay, just like before, I have to move this, make sure all of the indentations, all of the bubbles are out. I think this is my new favorite color set, of course. Do not go in circles. Circles is how you make the mud. And you lose a lot of your design that way as well. Right now, it kind of has a little star going on in the middle. If we keep that, excellent. If it doesn't happen, you know, it doesn't happen. Now, if we were working on a canvas, what you would want to do is put some more paint on the outsides. That's just to help it kind of smooth out a little bit. And we're just coming back this way. Really don't want to lose the thread that's here. Okay. Let that settle for a second. Make sure there's no rolls in the bag. Let that even out. As you can see, it's kind of moving a little bit on its own. If you blow on it or have a heat gun, you can definitely do that to get any of the bubbles out. Okay. And there we have it, to my fellow friends. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. I do appreciate it. I know that it's a little bit later than the day that I said I was going to be, but we did have that really bad panic attack right before this. I will be getting the pictures up within about the next 20 minutes to a half an hour. I love the heart. So yes, we'll be definitely getting the. See, you want to make sure you don't do that. You can tape the bag so that you don't get these ruffles, because the ruffles, like I said, they will stay. I will show you pictures of proof that it will stay. But yeah, I think they turned out really nice. Once we get real canvases and actual, products to do this type of style of painting on, I think it's going to look excellent. We're going to get some really pretty sales going on. The bowls are really nice. I do like how they're turning out. I love this new idea of doing the insides first and then doing the outsides. Oh my goodness, they're turning out so fantastically. I mean, with practice, we'll get better. I mean, like always. That goes with anything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. We do plan on having one more stream of the paintings, and that is where we're going to be doing the backs of the two that we just did, the two bowls that we just did today, the two bowls that we did on the 25th, and the two plates that we've done today. So we'll have the fronts of the bowl, the fronts of the plates, and the back of the bowls done. And that will be it, guys. That will be everything we had for the paper clay. All new projects coming up soon, so I can't wait. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys smile. If not, I hope your day's not over so you can get those smiles in. I mean, really, a smile changes the whole day. It really, really does. One smile changes. And you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have any comments, hints, tricks, anything like that, definitely let me know in the comments on my Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, exclamation mark, any of those, and it will give you the links to Paws of Aries and myself. Alright guys, you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye.